On the Nights, Tales from the Porch Swing. My parenting advice: broke down scooters, cats, and things my papa used to say. So, here it's been about a year ago, my oldest daughter texted me one night. And it's like 11:30, and if she texts me late, then there's something going on. So, it was real cryptic. It said, Dad. And so I kind of freak out, and I call her, and I'm like, what's up? And she said, well, I was at a party, and the law rolled in, and I got caught drinking. So I said, all right. I said, if I need to come get you, just I'll be on. I'm leaving right now. So I made it almost to the interstate, and she called me back, and I had talked to the law, and he said that there was a girl there that could bring her home, and it was a girl that lives out here close to us. So she got home, and I said, now how many of there were y'all at this party? And she said, about 20 when we got started. And said, I just cracked open a beer and drank one sip of it, and they come rolling in. And I said, there were 20 of y'all. I said, how many law come rolling in? She said, only about 3. And I said, why didn't you run? I mean, 3 of them and 20 of y'all, that's good odds. They ain't going to chase you to write you no drinking ticket. But she's young, and she don't know, man. You got to juke jive them. If you ain't got to take it, don't take it. So, today we were working, and I was walking out through the parking lot to pull a car in, and I'd seen a scooter come through the parking lot. And Tim, he looked at me and he said, did he run that thing off a bank? And I looked and I said, no, I see him parked out there. So he come up, and man, it's this little skinny older dude, and he said, do you know anything about scooters? And I said, a little bit. What do you need? And he said, well, I got gas, and I think I got water in my gas. Something's going on. It's quit on me. So I put him off on Tim. I had to pull his car in. Plus, I was eating my pizza, too. I didn't feel like messing with this joker. I was busy. So Tim goes out there. Yes, the scooter won't run, but it ended up what happened, the spark plug wire burned into on the exhaust or something. It wasn't getting any spark to it. So this cat, man, for all the beer he was hauling on that scooter, he should have had a weighted tag on that thing. Man, he was loaded down with bush ice. So finally, whoever he bought the scooter from sent somebody to get him all the way from Asheville down here. And they picked him up because he said they told him that they couldn't pick him up, that they had a funeral to go to. And he looked at me, he said, can I sleep in your grass tonight? I said, man, I don't know, we'll work something out. I said, we'll figure something out. Well, then finally they called back and said they were going to come get him. And so then it was my mother-in-law's birthday, and we had to go over to her house to eat. And she's complaining about her cat had been real weird all day and making funny noises. And what happened is, come to find out, according to my brother-in-law and sister-in-law, the cat's in heat. My poor old mother-in-law, she just thought it had gas and didn't feel good. So she'd been petting it all day, thinking it had gas, and all it wanted was a mess. And she thought it was sick. So then that got me to thinking about my papa. And where he come up with this, I don't know, but he used to tell me all the time, because that cat's a calico cat. And if you think about it, every calico cat you see is a female. And Papa, he'd say, them scientists, they'll give you $250 if you can send them a male calico cat. Now, what scientist he was talking about, I have no idea. But them scientists, if you can send them a male calico cat, they send you $250 for a male calico cat. And then that just got me thinking about Papa. And he was in World War II. But he was on limited duty because he had a real bad stomach. He had peptic ulcers. And so they sent him to New Mexico. Well, one of the parts he hated most about being in service was before you got your paycheck, you had to do, he called it a short arm check. So what you did, you had to go up, and when they were getting ready to give you your check, you pulled your gym dog out to show them you didn't have the clap. So, because if you had the clap, they'd send you to the doctor and make you get medicine or penicillin for it. So he said there was these two old boys he was in there with, and they had to haul something somewhere, and said they were coming back down the road. They picked them up an old gal, and they got them a mess, and said they got done and said they got to thinking about she might have the clap. So they pulled over and they siphoned gas out of the truck and washed their gym dogs off with that gas. He said them things swelled up and every bit of the hair fell off of them. But I got to thinking, man, I mean, I'm pretty modest. I mean, it's all I got. I got to be proud of it. But I mean, still. But can you imagine going in there in the wintertime and it cold, that thing being drawn up and looking like a primer bulb on a weed eater, and you having to show it to them to get your paycheck? I think I'd just go without a paycheck for a couple of months. But that's about all that's been happening around here. They still ain't found out who stole the copper from the fire department. They've been watching it a little bit more, but they still ain't found nobody yet. So I reckon that's about all I got for tonight. I reckon it's time to piss on the fire and call the dogs. I'll see you on the flip.